Amnian Nights, where three of us are coughing a lot. Oh no, I said it and it wasn't going to be cough. We killed a big snake person last time and beat up, but then released a red dragon whose name was
Joe.
Sleepy Joe Dragon.
I don't think we beat him up either. I think we pretty much didn't touch him at all for fear of the potential repercussions. So.
Yeah, but you didn't want to get aggro. But he thanked you in his fashion and left. So you now have the heart of brass. We established that there was nothing left in the temple for you to do or nose at. So all that was really left was to start heading back to the Heart of Gold to sail on back home.
About that.
Yes.
I think Obsidian would bring back the one giant snake that we have not killed. What was about that? What was that about? The guardian of the temple.
It was a big snake, wasn't it?
Seemingly, yeah. Do you think it served someone in all this? Or was it just connected to whatever you have seen? Was it a separate being?
You mean the vision?
Well, yes, we have made our escape quite violently so from there, but it never chased us. Never seemed aggressive towards us, if I recall correctly.
Perhaps some sort of
Strange
pet?
being. Was it imprisoned there? Was it guarding? But
I feel like if that
it's
thing
just
wanted to get out of there, it could.
yeah, probably. Which just makes it even harder to understand for me what it was. Well, probably not too important, just an oddity. Turns out in my mind. It seemed like they were going all out in terms of war effort, and that seemed to be barring the giant dinosaur, which hopefully nowhere near. Seemed like the biggest, greatest weapon they have. Strange that it wasn't used.
Well, we can count ourselves lucky we didn't have to fight that giant snake either.
What about the giant snake?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So, is there anything else you want to check out before you head back to the ship?
Yeah, the giant snake.
Are you wanting to go back to that temple?
I don't know. Like, Obsidian is fascinated by the thing and sort of a little keen to see what happened with it, but he does kind of recognize that there's probably not much to be gained for us from it. Like, unless any of you feel like there's any merit in it, it's just on my mind. I don't reckon it is just a risk, I suppose.
I agree. I think it's potentially. I mean, it would basically just be us ransacking a random group of people, it seems like. I mean, there's a slim chance that they might be willing to talk to us, but I think for the most part they shun outsiders, so. Although, I admit I am curious.
Now more than ever, probably.
Indeed.
I'd rather we leave the snake be. If we wake it and it's hostile, I'd rather we don't kill it. I kind of like snakes. It was rather magnificent.
After all this,
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
just something about the way they move and shimmer. I think they're quite sweet.
right. Suppose it might be more snake people than snakes being a problem.
Who actually has the heart of brass?
I think Siri had it last. She'll happily put it in luggage.
Yeah, that sounds true, because Sira released the dragon, right?
Do we want to put it in luggage for safekeeping?
Okay.
Floop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Luggage with his toes and his teeth and his tongue appears and happily gobbles up the heart of brass. He now can subdue and subjugate dragons.
Well, there is something we can do. I have this little rat. It apparently seeks out treasure. But if we want to leave this place, then we might as well just leave.
Agreed. I think now that we've got our hands on presumably what we came for, we should make tracks, not linger any longer than necessary.
All right. Let's avoid the giant fauna of this place.
The giant what?
Fauna,
Hmm.
as in
Yeah.
it's the animal kingdom, sir.
I thought you said it's the giant floor now. And I was like, the floor? What's wrong with the sand? What? Okay. So, travelling back through the steps you took, heading towards the beach. Whoever is taking the lead, make a survival check for me.
Well,
Can I assist? I'm assuming it's gonna be obsidian.
I always forget if Siri has proficiency in survival to assist. If she does, she can.
Yeah, she does.
What a start.
Okay. You get turned around a little bit.
mm,
You get your kind of bearings a bit mixed up at one point, and you think you're heading back towards the beach, but then you begin to approach that waterfall that took you through to the treehouse, and realise that you'd kind of mixed the two pathways up in your mind a little bit. But you
right.
you
Oh
correct
wait,
yourself.
if we are approaching that waterfall and that hideout, was there anything there, Usher, that would be useful for you? Because I think, if anything,
What, in that
can.
herbalist room? Nah, most of it had molded over or died out.
Oh, all right, I see.
Unfortunately, it looked like once upon a time it was really nice room. But
Right. Because I suppose if there's one place that we are entitled to ransack, that would be that.
for sure.
That's fine then. Let's not tarry any longer. The snake tricks are working, because I think we got turned around somewhere. Very odd.
We love that. Oh, I got us back quickly, but we got lost.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, Sire assisted, so
yeah.
clearly it's us.
um, so you make it to the beach. Your rowboat is where you left it, and you see the Heart of Gold still moored offshore, clearly on quite high alert from what you can see. Very actively manned. It is not some lazy, peaceful day, despite only being, what, 3 of the 5 days it said we'd wait for you. They are on some sort of high alert, but you are able to row back out to the ship and rejoin them.
Yeah. We're not looking, fresh either, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
Obsidian certainly doesn't. In a day.
You get back over to the ship. And yeah, you are helped. What is this drawing? Is that from combat last time? You are helped up on deck. And you can see immediately that quite a few of the crew are looking off the other way out to sea, and people are muttering. And Zaphod gives you all a well met. Was that anything to do with you, the dragon?
Oh. A dragon. What did it do?
Flew over,
Right.
but very low. It clearly meant to intimidate.
Yes, we released it.
Released? I see.
It was being held prisoner, basically.
By what? It was enormous.
I know, right? Magically imprisoned, I presume. But free now.
So you concluded your business?
I think so. We're keen to get back as quickly as possible, I think. Everything been quiet other than dragon spotting?
Until a couple of hours ago, yes. We saw figures coming and trying to get the measure of us from the shore. With spyglasses a couple of points, but nobody approached. Well, we have business, as I said, at... I can't remember what port now. But we'll be there less than a day. Most of the crew won't even disembark, and then we'll head back. So we should be back in Athkatla in just under a week. You're all happy to get back to work? Same arrangement as before?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Just after a little bit of a late apple.
Yes, you look worse for wear. Part of releasing the dragon?
Part of concluding the business. Complications.
How about you to study raging on the deck? Or is that
No,
a bloodied effect now?
Technically there's no I think it might be just the animation persisting, because there's no rage effect on me.
Vestigial.
There we go. Oh.
Resting rage face.
Okay, then yeah, off to work you go. This first day, is it safe to say that everybody just beds down and rests?
In the evening, I'm relatively okay at the moment, and I would cast water breathing on 10, as we did on the way. And then I also would like to ritually cast comprehend languages so that I can read the books.
Oh shit, I forgot the books. Okay. This is a lot. The Yuantai... I will reveal all of these to you in the lore tab, and then I will dump them in the lore channel in Discord. But the Yuantai scaled tome should show as revealed now. In fact, did it?
Is it under lore? Oh, it's under letters and notes. I see it.
Yeah. as is the Yuan-Tai bound tome. And the Yuan-Tai scorched book. All
Good lord.
three have now been revealed.
That's quite a lot to read, and Pip will set about reading.
I will
Potentially should have read these before we left.
let me drop these in lore dump. That's the scaled tome. That's the bound. Oh, the bound tome is so long that Discord tried to turn it into text.
Ritual, not a crime. Blood. Spilling of the blood in the night affirms that the order still lives. What the hell is happening over here? The assembly of scales.
And then the scorched tome.
How do I control F egg?
How do you what?
I control F egg.
Oh.
Did I mention anywhere finding an egg?
Newly discovered relic will change everything. The heart of brass, which has caused such controversy and ire.
My life for Aya.
For ire.
Asher
Hmm.
is straight up bummed out
Right.
that we are not returning with an egg for Alalem.
You say that, but you can't even get his fucking name right, so you can't be that sad. You always end it with an M for massive disappointment.
Okay.
Not N for no egg.
Let's take it back to Bambalam.
Okay. How much gold do you bet that the heart's true master? The heart that seeks dominion. Dominion close to uniting things, do we think?
Oh god, we've got to just
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still reading.
He's like,
I,
I can comprehend, but I can't read good.
I can't multitask.
okay.
Spell. Spends 10 minutes casting it and lets him read for 20 seconds. He's like...
Okay.
But yeah, while he's reading, others are working on the boat, helping out, resting. So I will grant you all the power of a long rest and a new dawn.
I am born anew.
Welcome to day 40.
That's crazy. Jesus spent more time than missing the desert than you've known each other. I'm kidding. It wasn't real. So, you are sailing on your way. Anything?
I think
Oh,
Sida will take place high. She quite likes it. She likes the view from up top. She likes the wind in her face.
yeah, people would be quite... Regular members of the crew would be quite happy and a bit annoyed that for what a treacherous job it is and how arduous it is getting up there, you presumably can just go and be up there. So yeah, everyone's very happy for you to be appointed crow's nester. But yeah, eventually, late afternoon, they begin to pull into a small port town where there's already a pier crew waiting for them, and there is a fairly rapid exchange of goods and cargo and money. All seems very above board, no sneak about it. True to Zaphod's word, it takes so little time that it's not worth disembarking in this new continent and new world that I've made nothing for. And then, yeah, after a few provisions are brought aboard, they turn around and start to head straight back. So yeah, I won't prompt another long rest, but we're overnight again. Day 41. Anything that anybody wants to do during that night, or are we just getting through ship business?
I like to spend, you know how I do the tattoo in sessions? I
Mhm.
definitely like to spend like maybe 4 hours working on a tattoo.
Sure.
And if any of the crew wants some inking done, Siri would be very happy to oblige.
I think Pip would probably do some artisting himself as well. He hasn't done any in a little bit, and since it's a few days worth of travel,
He's kind of mid-journey, isn't he? He's probably doing some mid-journey painting.
unfortunately he's not subscribed, but he would definitely probably paint something nautical. A painting rather than a sketch, since he's got the time, I think. Or maybe something snake-like. Who knows? We'll see what his imagination comes up with.
Okay. Another day passes. You see the Isle of Thunder off the port as you pass it. And you know that makes you about 4 days back from Athkatla. Yep, another night passes. We find ourselves in day 42. And the weather, quite unexpectedly, begins to worsen today. The seas become a little choppier.
Not after the Isle of Thunder.
Once you've passed the Isle of Thunder, yeah.
Mm.
Turn the volume down that slightly.
Siri will find Pip, actually, and say, "Did you find anything interesting in your readings?"
A few interesting things about the Heart of Brass. It is certainly a very powerful artifact. They tried to interact with it in many ways. It could not be destroyed by blade, turned the blade into dust. They put it in venom, and apparently the poison was transmuted into gold, which, if anything, seems like something that we should definitely try, because, you know, who doesn't need some more gold? And additionally, I was just reading a section that says, "Still another dared to consume a sliver of the heart's shavings. He lived, though his skin hardened into dull brass, and his voice now echoes like a bell struck from within. He speaks rarely, but when he does, the serpents fall silent." I don't know about you, but that sounds kind of impressive. Power from within.
They
there
turned it into a bell.
Is there any word of where it comes from, this artifact? Who made it?
I remember reading in the scaled tome that they had uncovered it, but I don't remember seeing anywhere that described where it came from. So I suppose it was found, discovered in some way.
What worries me is that this item could be used against us as well. if it's as powerful as it says. I shudder to think of Haviland being imprisoned once again.
Well, I mean, I still have more to read, but part of them think it might be divine, and some of them were arguing that it belonged to the Wingborn. They described it as a heart torn from one of their ancient kings. To me, that sounds draconic, like it is from an actual dragon. But equally, some of the Yuan-Tai seem to think it was from elsewhere, so they don't even know its true origins. But I think giving it to the hands of dragons whom we trust, that seems like about as good a thing that we could do with it as any. I understand that its power could be turned potentially, but I think it's probably better that we know where it is, at least in the short term. I mean, much like with that amethyst dagger, we could commit it to the depths of the sea, but who knows? Powerful artifacts have a knack of being found, you know?
When we mention this to Haviland, let's make sure that we are inside our fortress, so that there's no chance of Sendax knowing.
Okay, that sounds fine to me. Although I think there's a good chance that we will probably want to speak to Lady Azuria, but I imagine that she has. When we were in that town, she had a room that was also impenetrable, didn't she? From her own mages, so that should be fine.
I will return to my post. It's very lovely up there.
I mean, I think I'll keep my feet as close to ground as I can. I can't wait till we get back to dry land, frankly.
I'd give anything to fly. Keep looking at the birds that sometimes follow us. And wish
Well, have I got a treat for you?
I know, I've seen what you can do.
I mean, it's
Seeing
not
obsidian
permanent,
fly in
but
the air was amazing.
I mean, you can go for an hour. It's not permanent, but I'm sure it'll be fun.
Are you sure? You don't want to conserve your strength just in case?
He casts Fly on her.
So it immediately takes up the sky.
Pip just kind of watches for a short time as she's zooming around and enjoying the sensation, smiles, and then is gonna find somewhere to sit and carry on reading through the tomes.
I like to imagine that Cora is sort of like flying around with Sire. They're just kind of playing tag, basically.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. The crew are all looking up. Some of them are amused. A couple of the older ones are scowling and looking very, very inconvenienced. This
Bloody kids.
This prevents the clean running of the ship, obviously. Zafar
No
looks
respect
amused.
for feet.
Yeah. What
Obsidian
are
joined.
Obsidian and what Obsidian's just like?
Ridiculous.
Here, watch this.
We should be on edge.
Oh, and since I now have a verbal component, it's Donum Fugae!
It's
There you go.
what?
Donum Fugae.
Okay.
Honestly, time to break someone's concentration.
What's Dorium? I know Fugae from Tempest Fugit will be fly.
Donum. I don't remember, honestly.
Master Flight. What's Asher up to?
Asher is mostly just laying around on the deck staring at the sky, or sleeping in her bed. What do we have? Hammocks? Oh, she'd love a good hammock. like she's disappointed Alex.
She is struggling with feelings of not groovy feelings.
Yeah. All is not well.
Oh, babe, why aren't you groovy?
Not really. Yeah. She's just like she's not full on like depressed, but she is a little down and feeling a little reserved and just kind of not looking forward to getting back and having to tell Havalam that they do not in fact have an egg.
Right with you on that.
Typical bummer.
This has been a lot of time sunk into a journey that bore little fruit, seemingly.
Just got a dumb
Suddenly, the heart of Brass begins to wiggle and crack. It's a weasel. A massive brass weasel.
What's a group of stoats called?
Stoats? I don't know.
Well, Mink is a stoat, so
We'll go with a chaos.
chaos of stoats.
A scrot of stoats.
I suppose, if anything, Obsidian could inquire, because this is...
Do
They are
you
doing...
know the plural name for a group of stoats?
Huh? No, not that. They are moving goods. They are trading, merchant thingies. They wouldn't happen to be bartering with any interesting coffee types, would they? Would they have something like that on stock?
They were mostly taking silk, because Athkatla does well for silks and spices. I didn't have anything specific they were picking up, but the deck shows clearly that there are trays and boxes of what look to be like herbs and spices, and I am sure that some coffee beans can be as part of that.
Sure. Like, Obsidian will inquire whether those are in any way special, or if it's something that you can get anywhere. Like, they come from any sort of more interesting regions. Is there a, he doesn't know much about it, so he's just asking very honestly if it's any kind of special stuff or something that
Just
you
quickly
can get.
reminding myself where it was the ship was going to. I've now remembered. Let's have a look. Let's look in this place. It was a temperate and fertile isle. Yeah, it was sometimes called the Forgotten Isle. Oh, it was most temperate and most fertile of the Moonshades, with few harsh things. Yeah, you can actually. There are. There is actually Brannock Blend, which is a special type of coffee famous in the region. It is said to be a bit sea salty.
Oh, does it pass through any creatures before you use it?
Pretty specialty, isn't it?
The farmer.
Yeah, it is.
Each bee is eaten by the farmer. He has a
Oh
special.
no!
No, he has. It is an involved process, but it is considered a high quality, difficult to come by coffee.
Cool. And would they be partial to selling it in smaller quantity right here and now, or
Zaphod,
or is that like contracted fully and no way?
Zaphod's like, how much you're looking for?
Oh, I'm not sure how much of it is needed, really. It's for one person as a gift.
Oh, I mean, they always account for a certain amount of spoilage. Here, and just takes a small pouch,
Sure.
fills them. And then just one of the sailors, nail that shut again, please. I was like, there you go. Never been noticed.
Oh, right.
So yeah, put in your to-do channel one bag of Brannock blend coffee beans.
Sure.
These are reading the Forgotten Realm wiki. These group of islands around the Moonshade. Ed Greenwood or whoever had clearly watched Braveheart or something. It was like, these are all just Scottish isles dotted around the Moonshade. All the names on them. There's like a fucking Lagavulin distillery on one of them. So yes, you have coffee beans. Asha has disappointment.
Who do this?
The weather worsens and it begins to rain in earnest. Some of the sailors, seem ill at ease at how quickly this has come on. It's a terrible omen. Terrible omen indeed.
Is it an omen, or are there creatures or beings in these waters capable of altering the weather?
I mean, any wizard worth their salt or druid. No offense to Pip, is said to be able to tinker with the weather, but unless you're...
I could. It's just that isn't my kind of area. I haven't studied it. I could do it if I came across the appropriate spell scrolls. It's just I have gone out of my way to practice other kinds of spells, you know?
There is a scream. Starboard! Starboard!
Oh, wait, was that left or right?
You see all eyes turning to the right, and to your stomach clenching horror, something has emerged from the water.
Oh, God.
Another snake.
All that I'm gonna. What?
It's just impossible to read it, but I didn't think. You said something was appearing on Starman, and I was like,
Oh,
Were you waiting for your Ventused Fang?
yeah, I was.
okay. So
You're gonna
a
roll
tiny-
initiative, though.
Oh shit.
a tiny thing you might be interested in is that while we do not see the initiative of our opponents, we do see their rolls and the initiative there. So like it's not in the tracker, but it is on the card.
Interesting. Pip, this is towering almost as high as the masts. You're up first.
I mean, I think he'd be a little bit stunned and not sure what to do. So I think he would probably hold a firebolt for if it does indeed prove aggressive, because he doesn't really know what it is or whether it would. So yeah, he'll probably move his way up this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, well, Like, oh, it's not working. Yeah, up to the back of the ship and near the edge where he's got a view, and hold a firebolt for if tentacle attacking.
Okay. Giant tentacle absolutely slams down. Do you know what? Actually, I'll do a 1 is obsidian, a 2 is the sailor next to it.
Obsidian will, if you allow it, Obsidian will try to. Oh well, doesn't matter. Obsidian will try to get the man out of the way.
Denise!
Work.
Well, he's hitting. This tentacle just slams down at obsidian.
$32.
Mm-hmm.
Golly gee. Did it take damage from the Ignis?
It did take damage.
Okay, good.
And it recoils a little bit.
Oh god. Oh, is the acrobatics
I
okay?
think this is turn Tribers is being grappled by it.
Oh.
So it
Oh,
slams
17 is
down,
low. Fuck.
and when it rises back up, Obsidian is now coiled in it, held
Yeah.
aloft.
That's a high DC, guys.
Sirey.
Am
You're
I
up.
still flying?
Yeah.
I'm still flying. Okay.
Is she? I thought. I mean, it's only lasts for an hour. I thought that would have been ages ago.
That's why I asked. I'm
Yeah,
not
if you
sure.
want to talk, and I suppose. Yeah, I suppose you wouldn't have flight anymore. But I'll let you choose whether you landed in the crow's nest or back down on deck.
No, well, I deliberately moved myself here, so that's not great. But I
Let me
feel
move
it's a
you
cop
down.
out.
It's 4. Oh, no. There we go.
Now this is again trigonometry. I'm gonna summon Cora. Can I summon Cora nearby where the thing is? Like, how far?
I forget. Can you? You can't summon him further than 30 foot away, can you?
No.
So you could summon him 30 foot away.
Yeah.
And then
he
it can move.
Then
Yeah.
he could move, and then you could swap with him, I think.
I mean, if we're going by
No,
diagonal is 5 feet, then you can just summon him next to Obsidian by my count, because that's 30 feet down and 25 to the right.
That was the intention, to like summon
Yeah.
him within striking distance. I
Yeah.
can't teleport.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So then I will do that, and then I will attack.
You will what? Sorry, you'll.
Attack.
Okay, you ended your turn. That's what confused me.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, attack then.
It's
What is happening in my chat log? It's going crazy.
yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's
Yeah.
spamming water breathing.
Yeah, I was just adding it to everyone because I've been doing it ritually daily, so they should have it on them.
Oh, I'm not sure that hits.
Yep, that hits. And
The second
does-
one doesn't.
And does some damage.
I'm gonna start going down for my movement down the ladder.
Yep.
You know what the fastest way to get down is?
You are part of the way down then.
Okay, thank you. That's me.
Okay. Zaphod is in his cabin. Is shouting. Comes out. Sees the creature. Will act next turn. Obsidian, you are grappled
Yeah. And
and
what do you
restrained.
happen to remember? So
Your attacks
Okay,
have
wait.
disadvantage if you're attacking.
Okay, so it does have an escape DC, so this is fairly similar to how it was before. I was just checking if the grapple thingy changed for releasing the grapple as well. Okay, so Obsidian will just, being crushed, will just sort of start fighting against it, and he'll call upon the primal powers that be, and then try to ungrapple. So I guess rage it is, and then do I make a strength check against a DC, or I think that's
Yep, DC 20.
okay. And that's athletics or strength, if you could. I think it's
It
strength.
doesn't specify on it.
It doesn't specify what to roll for what the DC is for.
It only specifies the escape DC. It doesn't say it's strength
Oh.
or
Okay,
athletics.
wait a second. I think this might be on the tooltip here. Escape DC strength athletics check. Okay. Well, then I will happily try that and fail. Great. So I think that's it. That's Obsidian's turn.
Asha.
Wrestles.
Inject myself. Run up here.
Please go over the. You know our maps. It's literally your living. Please go over the triangles.
Right here on the edge.
You got it targeted, or?
Yeah, you're not describing an issue, so I can't help you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm targeted.
You only just started targeting it now. You were not targeting before
I
that.
had it targeted. I didn't have it targeted. I thought I had it targeted.
The cough is a degenerative sickness.
Sorry. I'm gonna try. Yeah.
That one hits.
Okay. My very painful blast.
I feel like we did and then it stopped working again, so I don't know if it's fixed or not fixed or.
Well, it's not included on that roll, so.
So what? Another minus 4?
For me, because I missed that first Eldritch Blast.
Okay. From the water on the other side of the ship, another tentacle rises.
Yeah. I feel like. Oh no, wait. Large or smaller creature can't do that. Never mind. I will. I mean, it directly attacked Obsidian, didn't it? So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself, since I forgot to do that this morning. Unless you'll allow me to do that for free.
Remember to fly, you remember to water. I think
I cast Mage Armor on myself. I will remain where I am. The Presidium!
anything else from you?
Nope, hunkering down.
Slams down on this member of the Gold Crew. Slams amazingly doesn't kill her, but she is lifted up, screaming. Reaches grass. The one that has obsidian. Roll a d9. Obsidian. Directly south.
Oh.
Obsidian, can you make me a dexterity saving throw? DC 25.
No. I don't think so. Right, is does come under the umbrella of the freaking code. I mean, I don't think it matters, because even with 20, I don't do it. So,
Okay.
is 20 an autosave? I don't think so, right?
No.
No. So, yeah, so I cannot do it. Just flat out.
Take 16 bludgeoning damage. I'll let you do it manually in case you want to make adjustments. You are no longer grappled. You are thrown. Don't know what
Well,
difference that makes in the water, but you are off the ship
yeah.
and on the water's surface.
So no longer grappled. No longer grappled.
That's all it's
and
doing, man.
distracted.
0.
Has the ship stopped moving?
No.
No. Okay, that's not good. Kura is going to continue attacking the tentacle arm. Ugh. That's gonna probably miss.
Misses.
That's gonna hit.
That one hits.
I'm actually going to unleash it for another attack. Okay, that ducked. Then I'm gonna move another 30 foot down.
Yep.
Cora might also hover 30 foot down just to maintain range with me.
Yep.
So instead of attacking the top of the tentacle, it might be attacking like the kind of closer to the ship's deck.
Yep.
But I'd like to take a little bit of kind of cover. Well, I guess the boxes.
Yeah, you've used your movement getting to the bottom. You're now
Okay,
at the deck.
fair. Yeah, okay. That's me.
Okay. Zaphod points his pistol and fires at the tentacle. Obsidian.
Alright, so do you rule it that prone actually does something in the water,
I
or
don't feel like it
am I
does. I feel like
feel
it's
to-
weird
yeah,
if you're
just-
not prone in the water.
yeah. Okay, I will declare myself. Right, which I think means that
And to be
obsidian
clear,
could.
that wasn't a use half your movement to get up. You just it meant.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's what I was asking. So I reckon obsidian will have it fairly easy to just get back up on the ship, unless in his movement, unless you think it requires a check.
There's a rigging on the side and stuff like that. I feel like he's amphibious, so I feel like he's more comfortable in water than
Yeah.
others would be trying to drag themselves out. So yeah, he's probably able to get himself back on deck.
All right, I cannot do that, unfortunately. All right. So we'll slam hard on the deck, look around, hold out a maul to the side, wait for a lightning to strike it, and then hurl it towards the tentacle.
Go for it.
And we'll make it a lightning maul for this time. But the watery thing, he doesn't like it too much. And you know what? We will go reckless, because I don't think it matters much if it has advantage against me. That seems to hit.
hits square and true.
Yes. So it's number 1. Ooh, neat.
As it
I don't-
strikes it, and you see that full burst of lightning, you see that so much of it just seemed to arc away from the tentacle. It actually seems like so little that it had so little purchase. Also, remind me,
That is true.
what is the acid damage coming from?
Oh, that's some weird thing in the. I think it makes rage damage acid for some reason. I don't know where in the formula even to look for it.
So should there have been any
it
acid
should be-
damage?
No, it should be all lightning.
Okay, then yeah, it just
That is
seems to
an
do
unfortunate byproduct.
nothing.
Okay, so the whole thing is. Oh, nothing.
Lightning seems to not bother this creature.
Holy. Okay. Well, I guess I used rage last there, so I can switch with a bonus action. So I will use my bonus action to switch the element immediately. I think I can do it between the strikes. I will check in a moment to confirm. And we will go with something else. Or not,
Waiting
because
for
it
that
will
next
dismiss.
one.
Sure.
Slaps it
I will
away.
just establish the damage then in a moment. I'll look at my options.
Okay. Anything
Well,
else,
that's
Mr.
it then. Yeah, no.
Asher,
That
you're
would be
up.
bonus. The thunder.
That hits. Yeah. Also hits. Not as nice damage. Oh, both of those from -4, yeah? Oh, did you put it in?
Yeah. I remembered this time. And I think that's it.
Okay. End of a round. No! There's so many. Let's have some variation. There we go. Better. Okay. Here, you see another one come up. This one looks like this one starts to lean over the ship, but you see that like it's pressing down. Instead of trying to grab things, it seems to be trying to wrap around the ship itself. Pip, you're up.
Oof. I will. Oh, one thing I wanted to say was I applied the water breathing to 10 people, including us. But at the time Zaphod was in his room, I 100% would have made sure that he was the captain was one of the people with water breathing. For now, I'm gonna.
One being held by the creature.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You ain't gonna need those lungs long.
I'm gonna come here and cast Fly upscale to 4th on myself and Obsidian. So what is my speed now? 60? Yeah. So I've moved a bit and then I'll go 30 feet directly upwards.
You're caught in rigging.
Oh.
Panicked. No.
I thought that's why it wasn't doing it, because I'm entering it and it's not doing anything. 30. Go. No, I can't edit my elevation for some reason, so give me 30 feet of elevation. But that's about it.
Oh no! Okay. I did the D8 as being like the rose compass of directions of 9 being up. So the tentacle throws this hapless sailor up 60 foot into the air. damage, and then the 4d8. So let's have a look. Roll 4d8. Can I do plus?
Yeah.
So she's dead. There is a scream as she goes up, and then a scream as she comes down, and then a heavy, flat slap sound. And then the tentacle will shift. What? This tentacle is going to slam at this man. The man is killed. It just goes and drags back. Drags back. It's just a smear on the deck. Sarah, you're up.
Not great. We're losing a lot of crew members. I think we're just gonna keep wailing on the same tentacle, see if we can get it down. Oh, not with a 1. Crikey.
That hits.
It's not enough damage.
So it doesn't kill it,
God.
but with a blow, the tentacle thrashes for a moment before very suddenly and rapidly just retreating back under the water.
Kora's gonna fly 30 feet in this direction. Why can't I? Oh, because I'm using the excuse me. Oh. TM, did we do the same thing? Okay, I don't like... I'd rather it be me than Pip. So I'm just gonna also... come a bit closer there. Give it another target. Those are 2 attacks. That's yeah, I think that's okay. That's me.
This tentacle reaches and tries to strike you, Sarah.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it, but even though it doesn't help the damage, from 0 it explodes like a massive force as she's gonna use her new gained ability of Corbellion Pride. So as this tentacle hits it, it's almost like kind of like a shield of feathers coalesces around her and just sort of forcefully sort of like slams away. I'm really sorry, I think that's gonna hit Pip actually. But well, you know.
I'm not within 5 feet.
15. Oh no, it's 5 feet. Huh. This creature is within 5 feet of me, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
You look like a DC 15 con save.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to be the killjoy, but it says once per day when you're able to use your shield ability to avoid being struck by an attack. The attack roll is so high that you wouldn't be able to avoid being struck by the attack.
No, I wouldn't. But does that mean that I can't use the ability? So like, because the thing will obviously damage, but Is the trigger to not be attacked, or is the trigger the fact that I can use the shield?
That's for GM to decide.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is intended to be a replacement for the shield spell. Would you have shielded on something that was still going to be 10 higher than your shielded AC?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have. Well, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't cast shield knowing that it wasn't going to do anything.
I mean, if she doesn't give a shit she can
Sure,
do damage
yeah.
with it, I
It's
guess.
a
Yeah,
usage of a
that
day,
was-
yeah. So, as the shield just crumples in, she turns some shards of it around and strikes them into the creature, I guess. It makes a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
A billion.
It succeeds, but it takes half of 3d6.
3. I'm rolling.
Oh,
Huh. Can I take your roll?
no, you said yeah, I'm rolling. Okay, so it takes.
Rounding down, I see. Okay.
It is always counted down.
Always. In both.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
law.
Listen, I'm really happy it works that way.
Okay.
Okay. So, as for the damage it does to you,
Oh. 16.
okay, that's all I
Um,
can do.
Was it? Can I just? Is this one of the things that I can interpose shield on?
No, it's
Because I
just,
made
it's
say-
just a grapple that's attached to a.
I see. Okay. And anyway, it's a reaction.
Oh. Okay, Zafar.
So it has pulled me closer, but it hasn't grappled me.
Yeah, you're grappled.
Oh, I am grappled.
Yeah, you were hit by it. You see, you got all the effects on you. Grappled up the screen.
Oh, I thought I saved. Okay.
No, you rolled a 16, which was a fail. Zaphod will rush over and try to shoot with his pistol.
Ew.
That one hits. Not terrible damage. He will be sensible to come back a little bit. Obsidian, it's you.
So then we'll rush up past Zaphod, asking, "Is there anything we can do now? Can we outrun it somehow, or what? Have you ever?"
It'll be
do
attached
we
to the
do?
bottom of the ship. The only... Hurting it enough to drive it off is the only way. This is a small one.
This is a small one. And then
Yes, just keep attacking. More will come.
Obsidian will hurl at the mole, this time thunderously. I suppose it's close enough. Yeah, and it's a bit reckless. Just doesn't matter.
It's...
Changing to thunder. Normal.
The impact is much more satisfying this time. You see that it feels like it takes the full
I love this
brunt of the
satisfying.
attack.
Dangerously so.
It's...
Sure.
It rapidly withdraws, rather unceremoniously slamming Sire onto the deck as it does. We'll say she doesn't take damage, but she certainly takes an absolute body of a she gets hit onto the deck.
And Obsidian will keep moving then. A little bit at least. Yeah, actually, sure. Just around there. I don't know, actually, with further 10 feet. With reach, oh, there it is. Okay. Have to see where the token starts. We'll take a bite out of it. Why not? Let's try a new taste, you know.
Calamari.
Oof. Nice. He eats.
Yeah.
Just rip a chunk off.
It is cold and greasy. Anything else from Obsidian?
All right. No, that will be it.
Oh!
I am going to quicken. Jump that down to make what my normal spell is a bonus action.
Fucking dog. Now you're targeted again. Don't know what you're.
It was targeted. I am
Okay.
target and retarget.
Okay, go on. Do your thing.
It's
Are
doing
you
what
supposedly
doing.
already done?
Oh, come on.
All that for a miss. Okay. Help me, Jeebus. Yeah, well, 14 would be.
But it's so big.
So is that a final roll 14, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else from you?
Yeah, well, my normal action, that was to make it a bonus action, so my normal action, I'm just gonna because fuck me if you try
That
to
one
do
hits.
something cool.
Pathetic.
I'm gonna go back into my depression roll.
Okay.
Go back and just chill out.
End of a round. Hit. You're up.
Whoops. I'm going to ascend an additional 30 feet. And then move in this direction. Is that high enough to be on the crow's nest? How high is the mast on the crow's nest?
nest is 60 foot high.
Okay, so I'm on the level.
Yep.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'll come like over here and I'll throw down a firebolt at the one that people have been fighting. Ignis!
You're not even sure it makes it through the rain to the tentacle before it sputters out.
I can't see! Yeah, that's all. It's useful a firebolt as Baldur's Gate 3 ever did have. Shadowheart vibes.
Strike out at the big person. Showing lots of nastiness. Oh, that's advantage, isn't it? Roll it one more time for a horrendous bit. Hits either way.
Attain the fish.
Ooh. Oh, terrible roll. Is that an avoidance of grapple?
Apparently.
Nice. Gonna attack. a trap next to the factory in range of Asher? Not good. He is hoisted. Welcome to the end. Sarah, you're up.
Alrighty. Happened to Vancouver.
I'm sorry, you're a
Oh,
bit too quiet.
sorry.
Your microphone's moved away, maybe. Or...
No, just I'm losing my voice. Ugh. Shit balls. Oh my god. Wow, at least
Oh, it
one
hits.
hit.
Second one hits.
Oh, pathetic.
Oh, sapped. Nice.
Oh yeah, it is sapped. I don't know if we've been doing that. I will unleash Cora. Hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Second retreats.
I'm going to jump overboard, like jump around this board. I don't know if this is difficult terrain because all the crates.
It's fine.
Fine. I'm gonna go here. Okie dokie. I assuming these people are like beyond like you know, healing potions and
Yes,
stuff.
the ones who are dead have had huge trees fall on them.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's me.
Pistol from Zaphod. Cillian.
Right, we'll rush through the deck and try to save the sailor. Oh, at least one of them. Okay. If you say so again.
You're flying, aren't you, anyway?
I'm... Oh, am I? I am. Staying on deck though, and not really flying much. It will just make a rather hefty jump, I think. And strike right at the thing. And that swing will miss.
That misses, yeah.
And the back swing. Just about. Yeah, I don't think I can knock them prone, seeing as they are in the water. We'll take another bite, sure. Do more. And that's that.
Asha.
Okay, I'm going to
Obviously, I don't like to fill them up with too many tokens, but you know, sailors have been trying to do their bits, throwing javelins, you know, swiping with swords if come too close, but you know, they have done very little compared to your raw power. Beep. No new tentacles
Beep.
emerged. And the ship suddenly lists a bit like there's been some change to the the buoyancy or the weight of the ship.
I will ascend even further.
As you
And then
enter
come over here.
The anti-magic ceiling.
And I'm gonna go for another good old
Is that
Ignis!
a 120 footer?
Oh, it is 120 feet.
Describe your critical firebolt.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, he comes flying in through the rain. Still can barely see it. Throws it, hoping for the best. Not again like the previous one. Not knowing if it's actually hit. He's ready to throw another one, but luckily it did hit directly. Maybe saving or killing that guy.
It recoils and rapidly shoots down under the water. The sailor going with it. It was a D1 for that.
So I will try to rescue.
I will allow you to make. I didn't even know what save this would be. It's grapple.
I mean, Tsuno's happy to jump in after him. So I don't know.
Okay. Sure.
Because it's not like he was pulled by the tentacle. He just got dropped by it into the water,
He was
right?
grappled, and the tentacle was retreating into the water. It doesn't.
Sure.
None of the tentacles have died or like been severed.
Okay.
They've all just oh shit sort of retracted.
Flopped down. Okay. Well, Tsuno will try anyway.
Yeah.
So, if you allow it.
Wrestle that tentacle. Wrestle it.
Yes.
So, anything else on you, Pip?
No, he's just getting ready to fire his next firebolt.
Anything from you, Siray? There's no tentacles around you now.
No, but I'm gonna go. If Obsidian's gonna go into the water,
You don't know that
then I'm
yet,
just.
character.
No, I know. I'm just gonna get. Well. Then no. No, I would just. I'll hold an attack if anything gets close enough. Maybe I'll just go to the veranda, see if I see anything coming from the water.
Zappa just
And I'll
wildly
move.
looks around,
Sure.
load his next round.
Obsidian doesn't look back towards the ground. Just sort of rushes forward just after the men disappeared under the waves.
So, hitting the water, and putting your head below, you see almost like water spouts. You just see some dark pillars off, and the creature, this huge mass beneath you, you just see rapidly descending. It's already at the edge of what vision you have underwater, sinking into the murk. The tentacles trailing up behind it, already 40, 60 foot beneath you, and you just see the vague shape of just a massive creature, several times longer than the ship itself, it would seem. You know that you're going to be fighting currents to try and swim down, outpaced into the depths to get to this sailor. You can try if you wish, but I would say the pragmatic side of Obsidian would probably be confident that he's not catching this.
I mean, I think he will still make the attempt, just sort of look towards them and just not able to leave that.
Obsidian vanishes from view.
It seemed like he just vanished for a moment.
Yeah.
A
Obsidian
moment ago.
begins to swim down. I take it you are gonna. Is yours breath or is it swim speed? I forget.
I have both.
You have both? Yeah. So
I can
are
breathe
you-
here, I can swim here.
Are you dashing?
I mean, you said it's 40, 60 feet, so I mean, that's doable.
Yeah.
Even without dashing, so the only thing is you said it's against the current, so if you count it as difficult
I'm not
terrain, I guess
looking
it
up
would
the
be.
rules on
We should try to
on
make a dash.
currents underwater. But yeah,
Sure,
make a
I mean-
dash. I will say dash. I will say make an athletics check to see if you actually manage to reach it in time to take a swing before it, as it also
I mean,
retreats and all that.
Would it be
shit.
taking a swing, or would it be like sort of trying to wrench it free of the man? Because, well, either way, first let's see how 22.
I'm gonna make
How
you
do we feel
do,
about that?
an opposed to see how the tide's going.
Mm?
You manage to just reach the tip as this creature's going below.
That's all we need.
And yeah, sure, we can make. So are you attacking? Are you trying to hurt? Are you trying to extricate him somehow, sort of sneakily? Like he is.
I mean, so Obsidian comes into this like sort of he saw these things like sort of drop things before they went down typically. So it's either they are like that weakened. Yeah, I think he'll try to just wrench it free, like sort of apply pressure, maybe bite at it as he tries to wrestle with it one more time. So it's like he's certainly not making swings with the maul. That just seems slightly ridiculous in considering the circumstances. He will just sort of attach to it, grapple, maybe rake the talons in, make a bite, and sort of try to make it let the man go.
Make an athletics check.
All right. 12 is doable. Oh, by 1.
Roll me a d2.
Oh no. RD2. What am I rolling? Like, what's the good thing?
Just do a /R
Oh, no.
1d2.
I mean, I know, but like, I'm not sure what I'm looking for.
You
Am I looking for a 2 or for a 1?
You manage to wrench him free as you're descending. You see the air, just a torrent of bubbles burst out of his mouth as you manage to wrench him loose of the creature. You see just glitter in the dark and see that a couple of the eyes of this creature are regarding you as it continues to descend, and you just see these tentacles almost cage around you for a moment before retreating and heading down. You become very aware of two things: the depth that you're at, and also, from what little you can see of the surface, how far away the imprint of the Heart of Gold seems to be from you.
Sure. Would Obsidian have an understanding of whether the man has water breathing or not? I'm not sure if that has like a visible bubble sort of happen or
So,
anything.
I'm not sure. I was being flippant before when I targeted this guy with my japes, but would you actually have had to have lost water breathing from that appointed crew member to give it to Zaphod, Monkey? Were you
Oh, if it's the
actually
same
at
guy,
10?
then I targeted, including us, 10 people, and so one would have had to lose it for Zaphod.
Okay.
Is this the man?
At the time we said it was. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the other side, wasn't it? Yeah, he is looking panicked. Maybe due to being unfamiliar with this spell, but you do see the slight shimmer around his mouth that you've seen on the others, and you know
Right.
that he has it.
Then Obsidian's just bracing for the way back. I'm just hoping to come out nearby the ship at least, because it might be difficult to just be next
So it's
to
one of
it.
them. You're gonna surface, being a couple of 100 foot behind the ship, but
Sure.
Pip's got fly. You have fly on you, so I imagine once you
yeah.
get to the surface, you're probably able to half speed chug along. So there's no point taking that to rolls. I would say it's probably just a bit tedious and panic maybe for all involved. Because Obsidian just seems to be gone, and then maybe people are looking in the water for him, but one of the crew calls out, and he's kind of chugging along behind, holding a sailor underneath. But yeah, you managed to get back to the ship. And the weather, very quickly, abates. Like it was a herald of the creature And shall we, at that point, take... Well, to be fair, I don't have much less. No, I do, actually. Yeah, let's take our break. It's 4:15. Let's come back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Recovery on deck. And tears and lamentations of the crew members who were lost. The guy who was recovered, it's hard to prise him off you for a few minutes, Obsidian. He just appears to be just frigid with terror, and just shivering and clinging onto you. He needs to be gently, or perhaps not, extricated from just clinging on to Obsidian before he's led away, sort of shaking and coughing up bits of water. What do you all wish to do?
I will look for minor damages I can assist with via mending and stuff, and help people to their feet who've been bashed away by tentacles.
There's absolutely some cracked and buckled planks where the tentacles slammed. So yeah, there are already sailors fetching like patch kits and other planks from below who just sort of stop and shake their head in appreciative amazement as you just kind of unbuckle and repair some of this most of this damage.
Hilariously, the guy that was drugged down apparently wants a commemorative tattoo of the time he almost died to a kraken. And Tyr will oblige and give him a commemorative tattoo.
He wants the word obsidian on his chest. Will you oblige?
Don't. Do not.
Who am I to judge who? What?
Well,
what
hold on. Is it a
to-
chest tattoo, or does he want obsidian on his knuckles?
You tell me. She's no judge of what people choose to commemorate on their bodies.
D2.
Obsidian it.
A 1 is the chest, a 2 is the knuckles.
Knuckles it is.
Let's go with knuckles.
Knuckles.
Yep, she has obsidian. Of the mountain of Azuma. Yeah, so he is tattooed. He's very keen to show you obsidian. Pushing them overboard.
Yeah, he fights the urge to. All in it.
Funeral services are held for those who fell. It's one of those awkward things though. It's a working environment, and they can't like close the deck off or set up little bouquets because people will die. So there is a service, and then less than 10 minutes later, a bucket and mop are on the stains, washing the remains overboard, with a somber but businesslike air. And short of a few familiar faces being gone, the ship is back to normal within 2 hours, speeding its way back towards Athkatla.
Yeah. Obsidian will probably check the underside of the ship for any spectacular damage done by the beast from beneath,
So-
if there is.
There's lots of barnacles on the bottom of the ship. There are a couple of very conspicuous areas where the barnacles are gone, or at least much lessened. Clearly haven't had a huge amount of friction. Having seen the sort of shape of the creature as it descended, you are confident that it probably affixed itself to the bottom of the ship for a while it was attacking, and that as it left, a large amount of that was ripped away. Doesn't seem to be any damage proper to the ship though.
Okay.
There's
And
a lot of
signs
heavy
of
debris.
any pieces of the creature lodged into the ship, just like sort of a scale that ripped.
No, you going through, peeling through it all. There's nothing like that.
after like sort of checking if there's any like threat of the structural stability of the ship, which Obsidian wouldn't know that much about, but just sort of seeing
The
that
support barnacles have been removed.
Yeah. This part seems bent. Sure.
Okay.
So doing that, just return on the deck and sort of help manage the damage there.
So that night, there's lots of drinks and discussion and telling tales about the deceased. You would all notice quite quickly, having spent a few evenings on this ship now, there's definitely an air of no one's wanting to drink how they normally would. It seems that everyone is very on edge and alert now. And even the ones who normally would be chucking a few back as soon as their shift ends, everyone wants to keep their wits about them.
Yeah, Obsidian would be keen to ask Zaphod about previous encounters with creatures like this. He seemed to say, well, he said that it was smallish, so has he seen bigger and like already managed to get out of his life?
Yes, the first I've been myself beset with, but I've seen a fellow ship pulled down by one. We were several miles away, heading towards Chult, because why not? And it was Bahumba I saw fully pulled under. A few crates and barrels surfaced, but tentacles twice the size of what we saw today emerged, wrapped around the hull, pulled the whole thing down. So yes, this was a smaller one, but all of the old greybeards say if you're quick enough at overwhelming those tentacles as they appear, the creature can decide it's not worth the hassle. I think we proved that today.
Quite so.
Also didn't fancy being indebted for losing this cargo. But still, we haven't lost any time for repairs, thanks to your companion, so I dare say we'll arrive back into Athkatla tomorrow. I'll need to report this. This is very close to shore. Krakens are normally much farther out. Some nerve, even knowing you could breathe underwater, throwing yourself into the depths after a creature of that magnitude. For a man you've known briefly for a day or two. Never speaks highly
More
of
than
you.
that, surely.
What's that?
It's been more than that, surely. And your crew have been kind, I think.
Speaks very highly of you.
Find you and your men somewhat more respectable than others I have met.
The captains and crews of Athkatla will know of your quality. And he gives you a nod and returns to helping with some of the tasks that the crew are struggling with, being a few crew down.
Do it then.
Anything that anybody else wants to do before we turn over to tomorrow?
I think so.
Where are we? So. I'm just trying to find the correct map, sorry. There we go. So yes, you actually quite late that night. You make good time. And you pull into Athkatla. A few hours earlier than expected. And pull into port where the dock crew are there to unload. And there is a large amount of thanks. Many soldiers, keep saying soldiers, man. Many sailors coming over to shake hands and try and pass small tokens on of thanks. It seems that your presence on the ship is regarded as the reason for the voyage being quick, the voyage being safe, them managing to make it home. You pulled your weight on the ship. Pip and Obsidian seem to be particularly appreciated. Obsidian for his martial commitment and getting really stuck in on deck, and Pip for shaving hours, if not days, out of repairs and delays on multiple times with Mendon alone, really. But yeah, all of you are thanked, and you're handed a couple of small trinkets, so cigars, a tobacco pouch, some gaming dice if you'll take them. They don't have much in the way of actual wealth, but they all seem to be keen to have been seen to pass tokens on to you. Sire and Pip, you would know from your education that sailors very often very superstitious. But yeah, you are back in the city. It is near midnight. What do you wish to do?
So from the exchange of tokens, Obsidian would be like very involved. Take good care to just appreciate every single one of them. And I'm not even sure what exactly Obsidian would have on him that could pass as a thing, but he would try to like make an effort to provide something tiny, like sort of some little things. I don't know. He might have gathered some smaller scraps of the creatures we have fought in our previously.
This heart of brass, I give to you. Sailor number
probably,
4.
Probably not that. Mostly because he doesn't have it. So.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, cool. Amethysts for all.
For luck.
Yeah. Okay.
Sarah's not crossing the plank. She's swapping with Kura. That plank is too much bridge.
Yeah. So where do we wish to go?
I think we should try to find Havalan as soon as possible and let him know what's happened.
Yeah.
So we head either into our fortress or to the Adventurers Guild, I guess.
Choose. You'd obviously find doorways anywhere along, now you're...
Wow.
I'm amazed that you never once even tried it on the ship.
I thought that we were forbidden.
Yeah, you
Didn't
said.
attempt. I was so looking forward to letting you go in there for a bit and then dumping you in the sea when you came back out.
Haviland rarely just goes into the halls just for no reason. He tends to stay in the world itself. So if we're looking to find him first, then the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
Reasonable enough. Right. Okay.
Who am I missing? Is Siri not on this map? Is she hiding on this map? Was she not here last time? I guess not. Okay, one moment. You arrive at the Adventurers Guild.
Is it really, 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 really dark?
Yeah, I was waiting for it to load, but I feel
I
like
don't see shit, son.
It's weird, Ciri's walking around.
Mhm.
That bitch.
I can see.
Can you see Obsidian?
Nope.
Oh.
I know what it's going to be.
She has night vision.
No, I bet it's been so long since you were actually here at night that the ones that were already on the scene, your old 2014 versions, you no longer own. Can you all see it now?
yeah.
Can indeed.
Yeah, that'll be what it was.
Zero notes to Hubris.
Hubris gives you all knots. Let's clear all these. What do we have? Oh, water breathings. Yeah, 24 hours, isn't it? I don't think Ciri's grappled. Don't think Pip is flying.
Huh, Avalanche on stage.
Oh, he's sat in front of the stage, I guess.
I would believe that he's on stage.
Obsidian nods to Hubris. Just goes, "What's a kraken?" And passes by. Just throws it as a. That's an interesting bit.
She sort of turns and leans on the banister and calls down to you as you reach the ground floor. It's like, is this a tale to be told, or just another day for Obsidian?
Seems to be getting more and more the norm. I think. Troubling.
And anyone watching will notice. She doesn't reply, but Hubris just continues watching Obsidian for a couple of minutes.
Obsidian is oblivious.
There is a fair bit of revelry happening. It's about mixture, but you can tell where the people who aren't going to last all night are starting to disappear in waves. The ones who you can see remaining clearly look like these are people who are making a night of it. It's definitely drinking shift change. And Clem actually seems to be... His feet are up on a smaller stool, and he seems to be lightly dozing. Several glasses around him. What are we doing?
Approaching
Havilan sort of turns as people start to leave the carpet and get onto the planks, and perks up for a moment seeing you all. I'm going to struggle with this voice with my current throat. Ah, my friends, hello? Hello! Oh, we seem unhappy.
yeah. Not great. Very well. Not great. The thing we went to get turns out wasn't even there. I mean, we got this other thing, but I don't know if it's really gonna be much use to us.
I see.
Just a bit
I mean-
of a bummer.
We should be clear, the artifact we found is incredibly powerful, but we did not find an egg.
We should have this conversation in a more private
I
setting.
was trying to keep it like the thing.
As
And little purple
as
bear
you
over
said,
here was like, yeah, for sure. Egg.
Well, perhaps we should step into another room then so we can talk properly. Clem? Clem! And Clem sort of like jolts awake a bit and say, "Come on, Clem, we must speak." And Clem just sort of scowls for a moment before laboriously pulling himself out of his chair. And yeah, you are all beckoned to follow. I will move you for convenience's sake.
is this room safe from scrying?
Haviland takes a moment and sort of looks around. Oh shit, I missed one. It's like, yes, I believe it is. Can you see anything, Asher?
Say what?
Or before, you could see when we were being watched. I see nothing. Can you?
Oh. Yeah, I don't see anything now.
It seems we are safe.
I mean, I don't see anything, right?
No,
What would I see? Just like two big pairs of eyes?
just a
or-
glowing orb. You've had like a little floating moon behind you. You were getting scryed on before. So, you had vague ill portents.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm really sorry. There doesn't seem to have been an egg there. There was a dragon, but he was from some astral place of I don't know. Where was he from?
Yeah, the astral plane, in the under the rule of Vlakith.
But he was being controlled by some evil heart thing. So we let him go. He's gone back to wherever now. And we have the thing.
Isn't he actually coming here to seek aid in returning to wherever he's from? Because you
I
told
wasn't
him that
there that second.
there are powerful wizards here.
Potentially.
Haviland's just listening and nodding occasionally. Carry on.
We
Oh,
found
the
an
dragon might appear near the city.
the artifact that was controlling his will was found by the Yuan-Ti, excavated, and said it will not to Pip to produce the tomes. And maybe we show him the artifact? Question.
Yeah.
I think we should indeed.
We have no idea of the provenance or the origins or the powers of this thing, but it seems to affect whatever creature is controlled by it. Its will becomes subject to the master's will.
Are you producing it, Asher?
Yeah, I'll call luggage forth and give it a nice pat, and then rummage around it until I find the thing.
Yeah, when you pull it out, Haviland and Clem are both visibly just sort of discomforted by it. Clem's like, I should not be detecting magic constantly is sometimes a bit of a sensory shock. That is repugnant. I can only imagine how you feel, Haviland. And Haviland looks almost upset.
I can put this away if you want.
It is just extremely wrong. Please, for a moment, if you can.
Yeah. I'll ask luggage to open up again and set it back in there. Give him a good pat.
That is an abhorrent item. I can feel it trying to exert itself over me even now. That was made
What?
to subjugate dragons. Something like that should not be.
Yes, it was controlling that red dragon. We slew the one who was using it and freed it. It said that it would not, owe us a favor so much, but it did us the mercy of just leaving quietly.
Clem just interrupts with, so it was red.
It was red, yes. But we didn't have to fight it. As I imagine he might have wanted combat should we not have released it, and it left peacefully, which is something. But I don't know. We weren't sure whether this was. I understand that it's unnatural and potentially abhorrent, but perhaps in a way it's something that might be useful, or maybe you think we should destroy it. I don't know. Not that I know that we can destroy it. The tomes that I found from the Huantai detailed several ways that they'd attempted to interact or, in some cases, slightly damage it, it seems, and they were all unsuccessful.
They both look very thoughtful. After a moment, Haviland goes to speak, but Clem just sort of puts his hand up, or hand out to interrupt Haviland for a moment. Is it? What do the rest of you think? Asher?
I mean, it seems pretty evil, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I mean, we don't want to use it, right? Because it seems real nasty. There's no way it would work on the one dragon we would want to use it on. I don't know. I don't know if it can be destroyed though. It seems like maybe not.
Obsidian?
So the big thing for me will be: do we know anything from the books, or is that something that Pip has been reading a little bit and hasn't read what's in them?
So you've had the books decoded for 3 days, I guess. So I feel like at some point, do you think it's fair to say that during those 3 days, the party would have been brought up to speed on basically what's in the lore channel? As you being the gatekeeper of that knowledge, Pip.
Yes,
but you don't change the words on the page, do you? It's your ability to understand them. So
yeah, I would definitely want to share that. Although I don't know if there was anything super relevant.
Let's assume that everybody has heard what.
Right. Okay.
Everyone has now understood the words that are in the lore dump channel.
Oh.
If I have missed something that I would want to point out to Haviland by speed reading, then you should let me know.
Oh.
The stuff about turning poison into gold sounded really interesting, but that was about it.
Well, there are more dragons, I think, that we might be interested in subjugating. There are those who serve Sendax, but I would still be wary to try and use it against them. The tomes that you have, they speak of draconic gods, seemingly, great lizards of the past. And some of those descriptions ring surprisingly familiar. Do we think it is possible that this artifact could be connected to Sendax, and him being the one to exert his will over everyone else and trying to bend every dragon seemingly to his will, and then everyone else besides them.
Clem is very clearly not interrupting and just wants you to come to some. He's just listening to what point you bring yourself to.
Sure. I mean, so that's the musing whether, if that's possible, then obviously a weapon that comes from our primary enemy, they might just know how to turn it against someone. And then he would add that part about the yuan T. I'm stuck on. The yuan T's seem to believe that this thing wants to be reunited with whoever created it or gave it power, which is all the more reason to keep it hidden, both for it not to expose us and not to go back to Sendax in any way. So I'd be on the side of just putting you somewhere safe-ish.
Is it worth keeping for? I mean, I don't want to have to subjugate anybody, but if we have a run-in with a dragon who firmly allies itself against us, is it worth keeping for such an eventuality? Even if just to diffuse and send them far away?
Well, the tome warns that even the Yuan-Ti's control over the artifact was not absolute. It seems to have its own will, its own desire.
That is a little disturbing. Is it worth showing to Lady Azuria and seeing what she thinks?
Havilan leans forward with a. I would caution how many you share knowledge of this artifact with.
I mean, I think
Nobody
we
will
were.
be more interested in an item that controls dragons than other dragons.
Well, we only really planned to inform you and potentially her, I suppose. Do you think that unwise?
I think Azuria is on our side, but I also think that she is powerful. Is anything gained by sharing this with her?
Could she have knowledge of it?
This is possible. This is possible. So you would use the heart on Sendax were you to think it possible, perhaps. But then you mention his dragons under his command. Would you have tried to use the heart on Onslaught?
No.
Why not?
Because I think if I'm gonna become evil, then it's gotta be for like the real good cause, you know?
How
Does
about
that make you evil?
Galavaxanulan, who was a young, headstrong dragon tormenting a region?
Nah, she was just a misguided baddie.
How about Kurigalzu, who exerts control over your brother Siri?
The thing that is obvious to me after what we witnessed between Sandax and the White Worm is that I do not know if Syndax can be destroyed. It might be that he can only be contained. However, I don't think we should use this artifact to contain him. I don't know that it feels like it might backfire. However, it might present an opportunity to learn. If this artifact can contain someone's will, then there might be a different creation, a different combination of arcane powers that can help us contain Sendax. Not by using this artifact, but I guess being inspired by what it can do. But when
So
it
what
comes
do
to
we
this
do with it
particular,
instead?
Well, I mean, I have a way to keep it safe, and she'll just pat luggage.
But this travels with you.
Yeah, but
Someone
let's
could
get
kill
it-
you and take it from you.
We could keep
Yes?
it in our vault.
In your plane.
Yeah.
it would
Is
be
using it
catastrophic.
inherently evil?
I
I
think
mean,
it seems from the writings of the Yuan-Ti, and they may be incorrect. Their information may be faulty.
Well, they've certainly examined it more than us, so.
am I
Not
wrong
that it's
in saying,
evil,
like,
but
this
that
thing's
it's
emanating evil, right? It's like, it's pretty obviously evil.
What's an emanation of evil like?
Like, making us all sick and, hearing whispers like fucking Sauron in the background.
I keep
just
hearing
Oh, I don't know. A
Alisar.
lot
What
of
does that
magic
mean?
items are like that.
well, it's
Does,
Tom says it seeks power and
does the
control.
possibility of it being connected to Sendax not give you pause, Pip?
That probably is the most worrying part about it, I suppose. I I'm I don't mean to argue, and if the consensus is we should destroy it or hide it, then I think that's fine. But I just was wondering whether using a magical artifact to exert control over, as Haviland gave examples, dragons whom we killed, is using that on them less bad than taking their lives?
I think their point is hypothetical because it is not true control you would exert. It's only an illusion of control from my interpretation of these writings. The artifact has no interest in giving you control. It seeks power for itself. You're merely the vessel. At least that's
It's just hell at
what it
first.
seems to. So,
Before you know it, we'll all become the next Furlance.
or it might turn you into the next Sandax.
The,
Or
you know,
Atticus.
the next Atticus.
Mhm.
No offense, Sari.
None taken either.
You, Pip. The other one.
Yeah.
So, whilst I think there is much to learn about it, I think it would be catastrophic if it falls into the wrong hands. And
Is
I
there
don't think
anything to be gained from experimenting on it or trying to learn more about it, or should we just lock it away?
I vote lock. I think handling cursed things is usually not a good idea.
That is true.
So, ashes for lock. Clem and
Obsidian's for
Haviland's
lock.
look between each of you. Obsidian,
Lock.
Ciro,
as with most things, I am undecided. I think like Pip, I can see the value of the knowledge it has. But until we find someone that has maybe the means or the ability to investigate it, then we should, at least for now, lock it and keep it safe.
Part of me thinks that even now, the reason that we are so curious to use it is it's already exerting some power over us.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Stick.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Well, as a arcane scholar, I suppose I have a natural draw to such things. But yes, I think we should. Let's stick it in the vault and forget about it until some inopportune moment.
Can I, GM, can I side-eye Haviland and just ask, would you take it and use it, Haviland?
It's an awkward time for you to ask that. As he betrays you.
Yeah.
No, so as the last of you answers, Clem slaps Haviland in the chest with the back of his hand. He's like, I told you. And Haviland's like, visibly relieved at the group consensus. But then your question comes through and he's like, no, this is one of the most terrible things I've ever encountered, even in this brief moment. I will not lie, had you wanted to use it in earnest, I think I would have parted ways. I would have been wrong about the impressions I had made, and I would need to reconsider and reflect. Knowing that you have fallen yourself in this way, I am proud. You speak as if this has been a failed venture, but what were you doing? You were following a report to investigate this island, to hopefully find a draconic ally for us. You have freed a dragon, certainly more useful in the short term than some new hatched whelp. Your deeds are now put out into the world. There is now a dragon out there who knows freedom because of you and is indebted to you. I consider this to be a success.
It didn't seem to be.
Doesn't
It
feel
didn't seem
like
to be
it.
interested in our fight.
With respect, you are all young and you are all mortal. You have freed a dragon. The dragon will feel a sense of indebtment to you. You may not understand it, but it is there now. I am pleased with how this has gone. There will be other reports. We may find eggs, we may find whelps, we may find dragons who will come to our cause. But a dragon has been freed, a dragon is indebted to you, a terrible artifact is reclaimed, and you all have the character to not seek to use it. Though it will seem that it is a very Gladstone trait to teeter on the edge of wanting to explore profane items. There's a little wry smirk.
It is quite sober at this. It's definitely not a desire to explore such items, but I feel fear in my heart in a way I haven't before, since we saw just how easy Sendax toyed and killed the White Warden,
Clem looks
and
very
with
sober
fear
at
in
that.
there's that fear in my heart that
Many
places all these
terrible
doubts in my mind.
things have been brought forth into a world that began in desperation. What will you do now? Are you back in the city for a while?
At least for a little bit. We need to finally catch up with Lady Azuria for one thing, and probably a couple of other errands to take care of.
I myself have unfinished business with my family. I
Oh dear.
sent a young man to investigate a particular tavern, but he hasn't reported back, and I'm worried about his fate.
Well, go and rest. Tend to your business. Have a good night's sleep and a level up on me. And we will uncover what our next steps are over the coming days.
Alright. Avalon, one question from me, I might. Would you happen to know anything about dragons reincarnating or changing form? I'm not in a... not as a shapeshifter, but just fully shedding their previous form and living with a new one.
We are
Is
talking
that-
outside of disguises and polymorph and magical
Yeah.
means. Are you talking about death and rebirth in another form, or a more spiritual
Perhaps.
change? I
Yes.
am sure that it has happened, but there isn't a specific practice that I'm aware of. You will know, of course, from Onslaught that sometimes a dragon will put its dying essence into the corpse of a different creature.
Mhm.
But I suspect this is not what you mean.
No.
What do you speak of?
Well, we have
Give it
found...
these books, but I haven't read them yet. You just put them down.
Yes, we have found legends and beliefs of the tribes of Yuan-Ti seem to be centering around great worms of the past. And one of them not only does remind me of a visually, because you have specifically mentioned the dragon you are meeting in your visions, right? I'm not dreaming that up.
You mean
Yes, the two
the
of you.
feathery serpentine feathery?
Yeah, that one.
Quata.
Yeah.
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 I think
sure.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say so. I think
Cool.
Pip drew him.
One of
I
their
did, yeah.
one of their likings is directly familiar, but also its domain. And the way it is described in the texts reminds me of Coravelium herself. I was wondering if it might be one and the same, just under various forms, guises, cycles of rebirth. If it is at all possible, but hearing what Zendax might be able to do, I'm not doubting that other dragons could just
It could
defeat
also be
death.
that, without checking and researching and comparing, it could be simply a different name given by a different culture and region. But it could be more also. This is what we seek to understand and unfold.
It is strange. There's another dragon that's all about domination and subjugation. One that wishes for all to bow down to it. And that also seems rather familiar, although I suppose that is not a trait unique to a singular dragon. Still, more legendary creatures of this same countenance, seemingly. Wonder if there is more to it. There's power in legends. Perhaps there's more to those beliefs than you might think the surface. Which then leads me to one little hope. Perhaps we could somehow use the fact that there is one that was defeated. But that's a far-flung hope, I suppose. I don't. Well, I'm rumbling at this point.
Clarence is
I'll
like,
try to
I've
get more
literally
information on this.
never heard him speak so much. This is a delight. I like to think that he's just stood in a corner as well, saying all this.
Definitely make a visit to the archives. See what I can find.
It seems you have a great deal of new information to research, as well as whatever tasks await you around the city. I have no pressing engagements for the next few days, so I will be here if you need me. But yes, have some much-deserved downtime. And I think we will leave things there as we reach our session end time. Yes, and everyone will level up, reaching
Wow.
level 9.
Oh,
Level 9.
Goodbye.
level